Well, good afternoon and welcome to Season 12 of the World of Thunder Esports League, Miller Family Trucking. Street Stocks, Dirt Street Stocks here on our first of 4 broadcasts for you tonight. We're going to have our Street Stocks here for their season opener here at Volusia Speedway Park. Great to have each and every one of you tuned on in here on Ultimate Dirt TV as practice is underway. A great field of street stocks checked in with us here for season opener. Alex Robinson and myself, of course, Jerry Van Sickle, going to bring you all the action here. Season 12, day 1, night 1, whatever you want to call it. And Alex, it's going to be a great season for the street stockers.
Can't wait. There is a lot going on. You know, you have Alex Bergeron in here, Blake Majula. So you got the heavy hitters, but right now they're not even the top 3 in quick times here for practice. So the underdog stories might be a real thing here in the street stocks this season.
We'll have to watch it. Of course, the street stocks last year, we ran them on a Monday night. We ran our full shows on Sunday. And Mondays we did the street stocks, and moving these street stocks from Sunday to Monday here for season 12. I think it's going to be a great addition with not only the street stocks, but we'll have our 410 sprint cars coming up later this evening. And of course, the nightcap is the super late models, and put the big block dirt mods in there. And we're going to have a whale of a production and a whale of a show here for you on Ultimate Dirt TV. So we hope you can spend your Sunday with us. Make sure and let us know where you're at. Like like us on Facebook, follow all that, share, whatever you do on social media, but just let us know that you're out there all the day long. So qualifying, I believe, getting ready to start on the docket. I believe about 40 of them to run through today, Alex, and get qualified on in.
Yes, and like I said, you got a whole bunch of this is like we said last night in the pre-race show. This is the most diverse season we've had. We've had the heavy hitters, and with the street stocks coming in, you have the guys who you've never heard of, like Steven Turbeville here from Vanderpool Racing. This gives them an opportunity to show that these street stocks, it's a different animal for these pro drivers to compete with.
It is. You think of it as an entry-level car if it was your local weekly racetrack, but the street stocks is, it's one of the most, more popular cars, because it's kind of one of those cars that anybody can just jump into and get going there. And as we see, Corey Sibley, now there, Carl Kilgore, quick time there, Steve Turbeville. Well, dropping down in there is Carl Kilgore, the 4th right now, your quick time on the clock. Of course, the driver out of Greenville, driving the Precision Performance Racing machine. There you see the 116 on there, Chase Hardy, Team DHR, right there. Now William Hargraves, your quick time. We'll see as they time them on in. 13 to take the track. Now 14 of them should be on the clock. Jordan Gage moving on up there.
You remember William Hargraves, you called that last race with us of the season, and William Hargraves had a tough break of finishing in second.
Yes, had his hands full. There you see on there, Alex Bergeron out of Canada, one of the pro racers. I believe we're going to see him like 4 times today. I think he's racing in every division that we've got. Of course, big money on the line for the points fund at the end of the season. So we'll have to watch this. As like we said, of course, Alex Bergeron coming in 4th quick on this is a world-class license holder in iRacing. So we'll see what. Yes, and a multi-time world champion in the 410 sprint cars. So, going to see what he can do with the, as the sprint car guys would call them, the taxi cabs.
And Bergeron goes 4th quick. Then you look at pretty much everyone else here. Bill Miller, sponsored by Miller Family Trucking, our title sponsor here for the street stock division. So he's up there in 8th place. Dan Stifler, another heavy hitter in the street stocks. So these guys have to compete with a multi-time champion, and Bergeron looking for a sprint car title again this year, sitting first with 2 races left. So it's time to show these guys, show these world-class drivers once again that these are different animals, and these guys are the best of the best.
So we'll see how things there is. Going quick time tonight will be William Hargraves driving the 77, the old Dirt Panda Hot, right? Then we'll see 4 heat races. So these drivers in the top 4 will be sitting on the pole. It'll be William Hargraves, Carl Kilgore. Sean Kilgore races a modified out of Wisconsin. Kyle Seiert. Then it'll be Alex Bergeron, and Jordan Gage. Those will be your top 4 qualifiers, and they will start on the pole of our 4 heat races here this evening. So as we get ready for heat number 1, we will see William Hargraves there on the pole in the 77 and Jordan Gage to the outside driving the 13.
Number 2 on the inside, the 21 from Wolf Racing. It's Blake Dempet, and outside, Tony Hobbs in the 33.
Then we're going to go to row number 2. Then it will be Travis Biertzer. They're in the 109, and Chase Hardy there in the 49.
David Campbell in the 91 will come off 7th, and then Corey Sibley from Tail Tag and Motorsports in that 999 machine. He starts 8th.
Final 2 starters is going to be Benjamin Turbeville. They're in the 05, and Tyler Moffitt driving the 29. So those are your cars and stars for heat race number 1 of 4. So we'll see what happens with them. We said William Hargraves going to start up there on the front row from P1 as he was your quick time here this afternoon at Volusia. It's like next time by, we should be seeing the green flag. 8 laps of distance, and I believe we'll take the top 3 to the A, and then the rest will come through a C or a D, C, and a B. 24 cars will start tonight's A main event.
And William Hargraves and Jordan Gage. This front row is going to be the one to keep your eye on, with Hargraves looking strong, even coming out and qualifying. And then you have Jordan Gage from Mid-South Dirt Slingers, who has showed that he's not even an underdog in these, as the green flag is out and heat race number 1 for the new season is underway.
Jordan Gage, the Whiting, Iowa racer, got the old, the Team Zero Bloomquist little wrap thing on that machine. Of course, watch Jordan Gage cut his teeth out there in western Iowa and in some classes out there that he races as he chases down William Hargraves. Hargraves out there, your race leader. It'll be Jordan Gage running second. Then it is Blake Debenett working in the number 2. Debenay working there in the number 2 spot. 3 spot, Debenay, your top 3.
As you see, the battle for 4th is getting ready to heat up. As you see, Travis Biertzer there, Tony Hobbs, all trying to catch up and get into one of these transfer spots. But Depenay is holding on to that 3rd spot as the battle for 4th between Hobbs and Biertzer. They're side by side going into 1.
They'll work him on down the back straightaway this time. Tony Hobbs working there in the 109, that 33, Tony Hobbs in the 33. They'll work him on down into turn number 3 and 4 here at Volusia. It is still your race leader, Hargraves, Gage, Debenay, top 3 as we work down into turn number 1.
Gage trying to sneak to the bottom side there, but Hargraves looking strong. As we see here, we're on board with Jordan Gage right now. As you see, Ultimate Dirt TV on the inside there, that car. The Mid-South Dirt Slingers car trying to make an impact here in week 1 in heat race number 1. But William Hargraves looking strong running that bottom.
Jordan Gage right there still all over him like a dirty shirt, trying to get Hargraves to just mess up a little bit. Can he do it? We'll see what happens. He'll motor down into turn number 3 and 4. This time we should be looking at 3 laps to go. It's still Hargraves, your race leader. Jordan Gage has got to run to the inside. Watch him as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. It'll be still Hargraves showing the distinctive line out front, leading the field down the back straightaway.
You see Hargraves, Gage both running the same line. They're waiting for this track to spread out, but the problem with heat race number 1 is it's not spread out, so there's not much room here. Here comes Gage to the inside, trying to make a move to on the 71 of Hargraves. They're side by side for the lead.
Hargraves to the outside, Jordan Gage looking to the bottom. Can he make something happen? He'll work him on down into turn number 3 and 4. Off of 4 and down the front straightaway. He's going to grab the kitchen sink off the wall and throw it at him, but not enough. It'll be William Hargraves with the white flag and 1 to go.
Hargraves holding on to the lead right now. Jordan Gage in second, as that last time they were separated only by 1/10 of a second between their times, as William Hargraves goes through 3 and 4. Gage going to try and make a move. Will it be enough? They're side by side, but it's going to be William Hargraves taking home heat race number 1.
Hargraves will pick up the win. Jordan Gage and Blake Debenay, your top 3, as everybody crosses across the stripe. Heat race number 1 in the books. Heat race number 2 getting ready to roll on out, but we'll take a look at your finishing results in your Miller Family Trucking. Heat race number 1 for the Dirt Street Stocks. It'll be Hargraves, Gage, Debonair, Hobbs. It'll be Beertzer out of Wisconsin, Campbell, Sibley, Tuberville, Moffett, and Hardy, rounding out the field for your first heat race of the day. Heat 2 coming to the starters grid. Here he is. It is Carl Kilgore, the 4th out of Greenville, working the number 36 and the outside. That will be Braxton West driving this 31 car.
Third in the 26, it's Sage Luther. Outside PA zone, the 72, it's Mike Augustine.
We will see Eric Skolf there in the 050, the $1 million motorsports machine, and Tyler Mattingly driving the 35 car to the outside.
Corey Austin will start 7th in the 92 from Mid-South Dirt Slingers, and outside of him, his teammate in the 909, it is Jonathan Wiley.
Then we will take a look and see it will be the 5 machine of Michael Heinze, and to his outside, it will be the 8 of Jeremy Vaughn. Now, is it Wiley or Willie? I thought they said it was Willie. Wiley, okay. Get everybody's names unbutchered by about the final night of this league. So if you are watching at home and watching your favorite driver and we are saying their name wrong, just drop us a note there in the comments down below as you're watching the Facebook Live here on the YouTube here on Ultimate Dirt TV, as we do want to make sure that we pronounce and enunciate things where they need to be done, because we don't want any, we don't need to sound any dumber than we already are, right, Alex? And we want to take care of the names. Here we go. Green flag coming. It's up here. We're racing.
And Carl Kilgore out in front right now. Kilgore, one of those other street stock veterans, as we have noted, we have a lot of those in attendance for this series. Corey Austin in that 7th spot right now trying to gain up, but you have Augustine, West, and Kilgore. That's your top 3 right now, but this heat race is stacked full of competition here with Mattingly, Skolf, Wiley in the back there, so this is going to have some heavy hitters going to a consolation tonight.
Mike Augustine with probably, I love that wrap. Got the old spray paint 34 on it, and he's got company. Here comes a 26 of Sage Luther. Luther down on the bottom side, going to work side by side with the 34 of Augustine. Augustine up on the outside. Luther will come to the bottom. They'll work on down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Things are going to heat up for that 3rd transfer spot. Right behind him sits that 35 of the 13 of Tyler Mattingly. Mattingly now going to work to the outside. He'll move him on around.
And now Mattingly jumps in that 4th spot. You see Corey Austin trying to get past Luther there, as that bottom side just looked to slow him down a little bit, so he's going to sneak up to the top side and block off the 92 machine, but the 92 going to sneak to the bottom here, as now Trevor Mattingly going to hop into that 3rd spot, and now we got a 3-car battle for that 4th spot. Here comes Corey Austin to the inside. They're 3 wide. Austin's holding on to the bottom. He gets past Luther, a little bit of contact, and now here goes Austin as he takes over the 4th spot.
Austin to 4th with a little bit of a bump to the rump there, made things loosen on up. Now we watch him as here comes the 909 of Jonathan Wiley. Wiley back there, or Wiley, excuse me, back there in the 909, working side by side with the 92 of Corey, or the 26 machine of Luther. You've got him digging deep back here for a better starting spot in a DC or B main later this evening. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Hustle him in there 3 deep. They'll sell him cheap, but it's still Kilgore, West, Mattingly, Austin. And those are your top 4. Jonathan Wiley Wiley working right back there in the number 5 spot.
Wiley in the 5th spot. His teammate right in front of him there in Corey Austin. Those two looking to punch at least one of their tickets into the A main show here, but they are running out of time, and it's still Kilgore, West, and Mattingly. That's your top 3 right now. But Corey Austin has looked to be gaining some speed, but here comes the white flag. He has one more lap. Can he make a move here for Mattingly?
We'll see what happens. As Kilgore, West, and Mattingly 1, 2, and 3. They've kind of stretched their legs out, letting things run. As Carl Kilgore out of Greenville, the Precision Performance Racing Extreme Salvage Small Change Designs Elite Glass Custom Cabinets machine brings it on down. Checkered flag is out. Kilgore, West, and Mattingly, your top 3. So, taking a look here at your final results as we wait for a couple to click across the transponder loop for timing and scoring. we will see. They finished out this way. It'll be Kilgore, Weston, Mattingly, your top three. Austin, Sculf, Augustine, Heinz, Willie, or Wiley, excuse me. Then it'll be Vaughn and Luther rounding out the field. So those are your cars and stars of heat race number 2. Heat 3, getting ready to come to the speedway. It'll be Kyler Surratt. They're in the 18, and Dan Stifler driving the 077 for Team Dirt Warrior.
Starting third on the inside of row number 2, the 30, it is Jacob McCoy. Outside, Brian Taft in the 83.
The Glencoe, Minnesota racer driving the B&B chassis. Eichert wraps number 78. That's Steve Reduns. And to his outside will be Jack Weaver driving for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers 034.
Ryan Bowserman will start 7th in the 76. Outside of him, the Vanderpool Racing number 4 entry, it's Steven Turbeville.
We'll see the Naylor, Georgia racer. That is Blake Corbett there in the 14. And to his outside, that will be Zachary McCoy driving the number 7 machine. So that'll be your cars and stars. So tell you what, Alex, during the pre-race show last night, you apparently were kind of you barked at these guys a little bit, and a couple did, but still waiting to get a lot of driver information. So drivers, if you're go back and you watch this or you're listening on in, make sure and get us, your hometowns, where you live, your sponsors. We want to take care of those for you, just like we would if you were racing outdoors and, in front of your hometown crowd. So make sure you get that stuff to us. Gives us something to talk about. Right, Alex?
You know what another talking point is? You have not one but 2 Turbovilles. I'm pretty sure it's a father-son duo here, both for Vanderpool Racing. Steven Turbeville starting 8th in this one. So let's see, can he punch his ticket, and can his kid follow in his footsteps in Benjamin Turbeville, and both of them punch their ticket to the AMA? And that is what I am interested to see here. But green flag is out, and Surratt and the Bedford, Pennsylvania native in the 71, it's Dan Stifler. They're battling for the lead.
Stifler on up there, going to the race lead in the 71 car. Your race leader, they'll hurried off of turn number 4 and down the front straight. A little contact deep in the field as they start to find their sea legs and work them there into the top 3 as they hustle off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Watch the 30, Jacob McCoy. McCoy coming to the inside of Jack Weaver. Weaver on the outside, McCoy to the bottom side. They will go numbers deep side by side down into turn number 3.
Jack Weaver, Jacob McCoy, they're side by side. That team, not Team Dirt Warrior, Mid-South Dirt Slingers, Jack Weaver there. As Jerry, if you ever have time, talk to the man of Jack Weaver. He is a character in the pits, and you'll leave the pits smiling if you talk to that man. No matter good or bad, he will have a heck of a story to tell you, as he's sitting 4th right now, just on the outside and looking to get the transfer spot.
Looking to get in, trying is Jack Weaver. He's knocking on the door of Brian Taft. Taft is right there trying to keep him at bay, but can he do it? Off of 2 down the back straightaway, it's still Stifler, Sire, then it is Taft. Your top 3 now is Taft still holding at bay. That battle behind him between Weaver and McCoy.
Weaver, McCoy, they're both trying to get up to that 83 machine of Taft, but Taft is just hoping these laps wind down quickly, as Dan Stifler's still out in front, and he hasn't been scathed much, but here comes that 18 of Kyle Surratt, as he's trying to come after Dan Stifler.
Surratt right there working on the inside is now back there for a 4th place run. Ooh, they'll get together just a little bit. McCoy and Weaver. McCoy in the black 30, Weaver in the 0 machine, which of course is scored as a 034. And then in behind him, here comes Steve Redons out of Glencoe, Minnesota, driving on down to the 6th spot. Watch that 78 car. He's trying to make his way into a better alphabet soup starting position.
As you see, these cars just battling for a better starting spot right now. Jack Weaver, if he can take home 4th place, he will start on the inside of row number 2, but the Bedford, Pennsylvania native, the 71 of Dan Stifler, looking to take home this heat race number 3.
Down the back straightaway, it'll be Dan Stifler. Stifler working on in, going to bring him off of turn number 4. Checkered flag, Dan Stifler with the win. Kyle Surratt going to number 2 spot, and Brian Taft We'll round out your top 3 as we roll them all across the stripe, and we'll take a look at your finishing order here just momentarily. The Bedford, Pennsylvania Team Dirt Warrior, Grumpy's Garage, Heartland, Harley Davidson, and Junk Fabrications. 077, Dan Stifler picks up the win. Kyle Surratt going to the number 2 spot. Then it's Brian Taft in 3rd. Then it'll be Weaver McCoy, Reduns, Turbeville. Then it will be Bosserman, Corbett, and McCoy rounding out the field. So there is your finishing order for heat race number 3. Heat race number 4 coming to the racetrack. Let's take a look at it. The driver out of Canada is Alex Bergeron in the 12 car. Into his outside, the Mid-South Dirt Slinger, number 34. That's Bill Miller driving the Miller Family Trucking Machine out of Ottawa, Iowa.
For number 2 on the inside, Newton Cattle Farm Racing and newly Drew Hopkins Racing entry, the 23 of Ethan Toder. Outside of him will be Stephen Moore in the 73.
Taking a look as we get ready to go to row number 3 to the inside, it'll be Brennan Weeks there in the 23, driver for Mid-South Dirt Slingers. And it will be in the 40 car. That's Timothy Korkanowski, I believe is how you say that, Korkanowski there in the 40 machine. Of course, that driver out of Newburgh. I'm not sure what state, though.
Starting 7th will be Mid-South Dirt Slingers, 181 of Jesse Hauk. Outside of him, 42, it's Matt Walter. And rounding out the field, Mid-South Dirt Slinger, the 119, it's Donnie Batiste.
Taking a look there, Bill Miller out of Ottawa, Iowa. I've spent some time over there. There's a little casino over there. I've spent a little time in before, of course, over there in that Siouxland, that tri-state area. Some great racers, some great IMCA racers over the years have come out of that tri-state area, being South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa over there racing at Park Jefferson Speedway and racing over at the new Raceway Park as fun times. I do enjoy Sioux City when we get up there. Get yourself, if you ever go to Sioux City, you got to go to the Milwaukee Wiener House. You get yourself a Charlie Boy for miles. That'll take and give you the smiles, because here we go. Alex Bergeron, the Canadian, our neighbor to the north, working to the race lead. They'll get side by side back there deeper in the field for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is Bergeron. Now look at this. Remember, top 3 coming on Ethan Toder. Here you got a couple late model guys, sprint car guys working the top 2. This is where we talked about it, and Bill Miller hanging on to that number 3 spot.
And right now you have Bergeron, the sprint car guy, Bill Miller, who is one of those all-around guys, and then Ethan Toder, one of the youngest drivers here in this series. Also, like you said, a late model guy who has a battle right now. Brendan Weeks to the inside of him. Also, Stephen Moore. They're battling for that 3rd transfer spot to the A main. Moore has it there at the line, but here comes Brendan Weeks to the inside once more.
Weeks on the inside. Watch that 73. Steve Moore's got a handle on it. Stephen Moore down to the bottom side. Bill Miller working that number 2 spot. Bergeron is Gone gone. Watch this. They'll come together deeper in the field. You've got 3 team cars working 3, 4, and 5 on the racetrack. They all chase Steve Moore. Steve Moore right there working them on down the back straightaway, keeping them at bay. Here comes Brandon Weeks. Now Brandon Weeks on into the number 3 spot.
Stephen Moore, if he could see behind him here, Brendan Weeks, Bill Miller, and Jesse Hauk, all 3 of them trying to put their team in the A main. But here comes Drew Hopkins Racing, Ethan Toder to the inside. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway for that 4th spot.
Right there, look at this. Toder down to the bottom side. Ooh, gonna let her slide on up. Nice move by Toder. Ethan Toder now. You're putting Bill Miller back there. Now Miller's going to come back and apply a little bit of persuasion to the back bumper of that 23 on Toder. Nothing to be had there is Bergeron, Moore, Weeks, and Hoke, your top 4. Now it'll be Miller and Toder working on through.
Our producer just said, if you look at this, there is a lot of Mid-South Dirt Slingers in this heat race number 4. You have Weeks, Hauk, Miller, Batiste, and is there one more? 5 Mid-South Dirt Slingers in one heat race. So, man, oh, man, at least one of these cars should put it in the show tonight.
Well, I mean, it was either that or I thought there was five Scott Bloomquists out there, and I was getting a little worried that the aliens had landed or we'd found the aliens somewhere. Speaking of finding, he has found a liking to a street stock. into turn number 3 and 4. The driver out of Canada going to pick it up in his first time in a street stock here on World of Thunder. It is Alex Bergeron with the win. Stephen Moore and Brennan Weeks, your top 3. So let's take a look here as we get ready to roll down your results. We wait for our scorers, timing and scoring to get things rolled on through. There it is, Alex Bergeron, your race winner. Stephen Moore and Brandon Weeks in transfers, and it'll be Hope, Toter, Miller, Batiste, Korkowski, and then it will be Walter rounding out the field. So now we are on to your C-Main. Time to go C-Main. So we've got top 4 out of this one coming in. Corey Sibley in the Tail Tag and Motorsports 999 on the pole, and to his outside, that'll be Michael Heinze in the 5.
Number 2 on the inside, it's going to be Papa Turbeville. In the 4 from Vanderpool Racing, it's Steven Turbeville. Outside of him, Mid-South Dirt Slingers 119, it's Donnie Batiste.
Benjamin Turbeville, they're in the 05 right there to the inside of row number 3. To the outside, that's Jonathan Wiley in the 909.
7th will be the 76 of Ryan Bowserman, and then 8th outside of him, the 40, it's Timothy Korkorowski.
Then we'll see Tyler Moffitt in the 29 to the inside of row number 5. To his outside, it's Jeremy Vaughn in the 8 car.
Corbett will start 11th in the 14, and then Matt Walter in the 12.
And I believe that'll round out to your 12-car field. Nope. There we go. Chase Hardy driving the 49 starts 13th. 14th will be Sage Luther in the 26. And Zachary McCoy in the 7-car rounds out your 15th and final starting spot. So Turbeville's the cousins up there working deeper in the lineup. And like we said, I believe 10 laps the distance in this one. And top, how many again, Wheeler? Top 4 going to the B out of this.
So bragging rights here as both of the Turbovilles battled each other last Sunday during the Mid-South Dirt Slingers Winter Nationals, and Benjamin got the lucky draw out of him and made it further on. So it's going to be time, as the green flag is out, to see if Stephen Turbeville can have the bragging rights here, as both of them are in a transfer spot right now, running 2 and 3. And here's the battle. They're going down 1 and 2 down the back straightaway, the 4K and the 5B. Those 2 are going to be 2 to keep your eye on here as they're running 2 and 3.
Corey Sibley, the Valley Center, Kansas racer, your leader in that 999. Stephen Turbeville, then it is Benjamin Turbeville running 2 and 3. The Turbevilles, of course, out of Watson, Louisiana, working 2 and 3. And Donnie Batiste coming on in there. Watch that machine as Donnie right there, the Gentry, Arkansas native. Working here is the 909 of Jonathan Wiley. Wiley down on the bottom side, working back there is that 26 of Sage Luther and Jeremy Vaughn in the 8 car. You have got them all stacked up. Now remember, if you don't finish in the top 4, guess where you're going? You're going back to the old, the snake pit or the gator chamber or wherever the biters are, and you're going to be watching the rest of this show from the trailer.
As you see a lot of competition going on there, as here comes Stephen Turbeville. Turbeville to the inside of Sibley. They're side by side. Turbeville going right through that slick patch there in 1 and 2. As Sibley got the grip up top there, gets a little bit of advantage over Turbeville there, as both of them going to go there. As you see Turbeville trying to slide up a little bit there and to get the back tires in the grip, as they're still side by side for the lead.
Turbeville down to the inside, Silver to the outside. Great battle for the 1 spot. Remember, you got to be in the top 4 to transfer, and right now Donnie Batiste is coming into that 4th spot. Down the back straightaway, we are still side by side for the race lead as they work off of turn number 4. There we go once again, Turbeville on the inside. He's trying to mount a charge, Alex, trying to find something to get around that 999 of Sibley.
That 999 of Sibley looking strong around the top side. Stephen Turbeville, though, trying to go to the inside, as now he's going to duck behind a little bit there, try and run somewhat of a similar line. He's going to slide up through the slick, get the grip on exit as a caution. First caution of the night is out on the raceway.
Yellow flag of the first one of the season coming on out. Chase Hardy and Blake Colbert got together. We'll see what happens. And Well, a little bit of application of persuasion, some right side loving and right side romance and left side loving applied, and it just ending the night. Whoa, what happened there? Well, this might be our caution here. So Blake Corbett there in the 14 car. This is going to be a nasty little ride as we come off of turn number 4, and then it's turn number 2, and then it's up a little tag, and then, well, boom. Wow. Big hit right there. So that was our caution right there. And up and over the outside retaining wall. Out of the park, as we'd say. But at the end of the day, it'll buff out. I think it'll buff out, Alex.
That's the one thing I love about these cars is you can put a lot of damage on them and they will still run for you. As you'll see, a lot of these cars, there might be some beating and banging going on in the feature event, of course. But, the difference between these can withstand a lot of beating and banging compared to, open wheels, sprint cars, late models. Those cars, once you get a lot of damage to them, they're done.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens here. Of course, Corey Sibley, the Valley Center, Kansas racer, on out front, brings the field on down. It'll be Steven Turbeville. Turbeville working it on in there. Of course, Steve Turbeville out of Watson, Louisiana, has cousin Benjamin working back there in the number 3 spot. Donnie Batiste in 4th. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. It's still Corey Sibley, your race leader, as this time we'll be looking at 3 to go as it gets dicey for 4th right now, Alex. Here comes Chase Hardy.
Hardy going to go to the inside. Here comes the 26 to the outside. Contact between Hardy and Batiste. That opens the door. There's Luther now takes over the transfer spot as he's up 10 spots into that 4th transfer spot right now. But here comes Vaughn. Here comes Hardy. The Batiste as well. They're all looking, but 2 laps to go, and now Luther goes in and takes over the 3rd spot.
Luther is a plus 11 right now in that 26 machine, working on into the number 3 spot. Benjamin Turbeville working back there to 4th. Now here comes Chase Hardy. Chase Hardy there sees Turbeville get a little tight on the outside to make it 3 wide off of turn number 4. Here comes Jeremy Vaughn. Vaughn in the 8 car started deep back in the field. Also now some contact. Hang tight as, the 8 car machine, or the 8 machine of Vaughn got in there a little tough. Made some contact, but this time off of turn number 4, it will be checkered flag out. Corey Sibley with the win. Steve Turbeville, Sage Luther, and Chase Hardy going to the top 4 transfer spots. So Luther coming up 11 spots and 9 spots for Hardy. Taking a look here at the results. It'll be Corey Sibley, Steven Turbeville. Then it is Sage Luther and Chase Hardy. They will race one more. Well, they still have a chance to dance with us here tonight. Then it's Turbeville, Batiste, Hentz. Then it'll be Korkanowski. Then it'll be Walter, McCoy, Bowserman, Vaughn, Willie, Corbett, and Moffitt. Those from 5th on back, we'll see them back here next Sunday night for night number 2. Ready for our B main? Tony Hobbs driving the 33 starts on the pole. To his outside in the 92 is Corey Austin.
Mid-South third slinger 34 of Jack Weaver will start 3rd. Outside of him, it's his teammate, the 181. It's Jesse Hauk.
Taking a look at row number 5, row number 3 to the inside, it's Travis Beertzer out of Wisconsin, the 109, and Eric Skolf driving the 050.
Will be Jacob McCoy in the 30, Ethan Toder in the Newton Cattle Farms Drew Hopkins Racing, the 23, it's Ethan Toder.
Going to row number 5 to the inside, it's David Campbell driving the 91, and his outside from Pennsylvania, the 72 of Mike Augustine, which is the 34 on the car.
Stephen Radunes will start 11th in the 78. Outside of him, Bill Miller from Mid-South Third Slingers in the 34.
Pair of Northwest Iowa racers sitting there in row number 6 with each other. Corey Sibley out of the D-Main, Stephen Turbeville, Sage Luther, and Chase Hardy, all coming up out of the B or out of the C to the B. This one, I believe, we will take top 12 cars come out of this one. So we get ready to go. It'll be Hobbs up there on the front row, looking. Hobbs and Austin coming on around. Green's up, and we're back underway.
Tony Hobbs, look at the jump he gets. Jack Weaver, Corey Austin, two teammates there. As look at all four of those cars. They're all Mid-South Dirt Slingers here. So a lot of Mid-South Dirt Slingers looking to punch their ticket into the A main. But here comes McCoy. Here comes Scalf. Toter back there as well. They're all trying to move up into this field right now. But Tony Hobbs holding on with Jack Weaver, Corey Austin in there. There's a lot of contact.
Down into turn number 1 and 2. Look out, hang on, troubles. We've got Miller around, one of the Turvilles around, the 34 machine of Augustine around, and I believe we're going to see a caution flag, and there was some awful heavy contact. Bang, man. Look at that, everybody just... Bill Miller just got pinballed on that thing. Yeah, Steven Radunes just gets all kind of pinball wizards. You see this thing kind of happens as they get 3 wide there. Kind of hard to see through the old trees there, but now you see things right here. I believe that's the 91 car. Comes up and takes a big shot to the outside of one of the DHR racers. And then from here, it just becomes pinball. So Campbell in the 91 car there. Campbell makes contact again. And then from there on back, it just turns into, chaos.
But as it looks right now, all the cars are able to stay on. Yeah, all 16 cars still on the track right now. So again, the durability of these street stocks is showing here as a lot of contact for some of those cars. And for them to withstand it and still be on this field is actually very impressive.
Exactly. That's some of that is the one joy of iRacing is you get that you get that little bit of a work that you can do to them. You get the reset if you need it, but it's still at the end of the day it's a street stock. They'll take some abuse. They're meant for it. That's why they got big full fenders and big bumpers. Getting ready to go back to the green flag here. 3 down. Speaking of 3, it's all 3s up front. Tony Hobbs going to be bringing them back. The Broken Arrow, Oklahoma racer brings them off at turn number 4. Alex Green's out. Here we go.
So Hobbs gets another good start there on Austin and Weaver. As you see, they're going to the inside already. Side by side is Sculf with Austin. Hauk now is also in the mix there. As again, these cars are side by side. There's a little contact between Hauk and Beertzer and Toter. As now Beertzer gets into Toter. Toter's going sideways.
Troubles and big pileup off of turn number 4, bringing out the caution flag. We go to the Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And this thing's going to get, she's going to get awful jumbly. Right about now. Holy cow. Not sure which one of those there that was, but all I've got to say is it sure looked like Ethan Toter plumb dumb got dumped.
I think it might have been Travis Beertzer that got into him because those two had contact. Yeah, it was Travis Beertzer who got into him there. As Beertzer and Toter got into contact out of turn 1 and 2, and then it just looks like the contact continued through 3 and 4, and Ethan Toter got the brunt of it, but now here goes Beertzer to the back with him.
Yep, the West Bend, Wisconsin racer going to go to the end of the longest line, which is all the way to the back. And we'll see. That's just got to get in 3 spots to make it into the A main tonight. But it's kind of one of those things. You still got to take care of your equipment. And I mean, at that point, they were both in a transfer spot, and things just happen, I guess.
One thing to look at is Steven Turbeville on the track still. He's got a lot of damage on the front of his car, but he's sitting in 14th. He's sitting in 14th. Just has to move up about 2-3 spots to get into this A main, and that will be successful considering the major damage that he's got after that big wreck in turn 1 and 2 earlier in this B main.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens with them as they try to bring their way from the rear of the field. Field going to set up 4 down this time. We get ready to come off of turn number 4. Hobbs and Weaver on up to that front row, bringing it back down. Alex looking for the green. It's up, and here we go.
So you see 4 laps in the book, and Hobbs out in front. But again, once right away, here comes Jack Weaver to the inside of Hobbs. As soon as the green flag comes out, these cars are ready to go and get some more action in. As now Jack Weaver, Corey Austin, they're side by side for second. Here comes their teammate of Jesse Hauk, trying to throw his hat into the ring here of moving up into one of these top 3 spots.
As they do that, they work feverishly off a 2 and down the back straightaway. It is a great 4-car battle for the lead. Hobbs, Weaver, Austin, and Hawk right there working top 4. Look at him down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Jack Weaver. White Castle served on up with a case of the shakes back there. Gave him a little bit of shake of that rear bumper as he came across the snoot. But Jack Weaver's going to work on into the number 1 spot, followed by Corey Austin. Then it is Tony Hobbs and Jesse Hoke down the back straightaway.
One person to keep an eye on. Chase Hardy up into 6th right now. He's up 10 spots from the start of this B main as 5 to go in this B main here, and he's moving up. Ethan Toder after that contact, he's back up into 8th. So these cars are making, going from the back to the front, and Toder had to do it twice now.
Yes, he has had to do it twice and not what he's wanted to do. But take a look at this. Jack Weaver doing a great job of holding them at bay as you've got them all stacked up and racked up down into turn number 1 and 2. Weaver, Austin. Now look at this. Eric Skolf, the 50 car, is charging his way to the front as they work down the back straightaway.
And look at the run Jesse Hauk got out of 2 there. He got right on the back bumper of Jack Weaver. He's going to go to the outside of Weaver as Weaver still tries to come after Corey Austin there. 3 to go in this B main. Corey Austin holding on to the lead right now, but look at his Mid-South third slinger teammates of Hauk and Weaver. They're both sitting 2 and 3 right now. So Mid-South third slingers holds on to 1, 2, and 3 here, but Eric Skolf looking to change that.
As they work him on down, still Weaver, look at this. Everything's going to get right and tight. Here comes that 30 of Jacob McCoy. McCoy working on in there. There's 2 laps remaining in this one. The 33, Tony Hobbs, your early race leader, has been shuffled on back into the number 7 spot, but it's Weaver and Austin side by side down into turn number 3 and 4. Austin to the outside. Weaver tugs on the crete down to the bottom side, skirts it off the bottom. This time, white flag is out. One lap to go. B main, remember, top 12 right now. Corey Sibley, the 12th and final transfer cars, but everybody up for grabs now. Teammates getting together, top 3 there. Weaver, Austin, and Hauk. Skolf working the number 4 spot. They'll work him off at turn number 4. Alex checkered flags out. We're looking for 12 to punch their ticket to the A so they can dance again tonight. And wow, taking a look, Turbeville, Bertzer, Campbell, and Luther not going to make the cut tonight as these 12 drivers that we see here just momentarily up on the screen will make their way to the A main. Corey Austin, Jack Weaver, Jesse Hoke. Then it will be, or Hauk, excuse me, then it'll be Eric Skolf, Jacob McCoy, Chase Hardy, Ethan Toder, Tony Hobbs, Bill Miller, Mike Augustine, Steve Evans, and Corey Sibley. So those are your cars and stars set for our first A main of a super Sunday fun day here on Ultimate Dirt TV with the World of Thunder Esports Leagues. But before we get into tonight's features, let's break away for a moment, pay some bills, and we'll be right back with your A mains just momentarily. All right, here we go. We welcome you back on Ultimate Dirt TV for the World of Thunder Esports League Season 12. As coming up here just after the Street Stocks, we have got 3 big shows yet for you. The 410 Sprint Cars, the Big Block Modifieds, and the Super Late Models. The Super Late Models to be your nightcap with us, as it will be a fantastic, like I said, it's a Super Sunday Fun Day. I mean, they're just not Sunday Fun Days anymore. They're super because there's 4 super big races every Sunday night for the next 11 weeks, I believe, or 9 weeks, or however many weeks we're going to be with you on Sundays. And it's our pleasure to have each and every one of you tuned in and watching on Ultimate Dirt TV, whether it be on the YouTube, the Facebook, or you've shared that on out or moved it on around. But make sure and let us know what you're doing, where you're at as we get ready for feature event. We'll take a look at your starting lineup from the rear to the front. And hey, if you're on the Facebook, give us your shout out for who you think is going to pick up tonight's Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stock A main event. Corey Sibley going to start shotgun on the field in the 999. And his outside, it'll be Steven Redunz in the 78 23rd.
Starting 22nd, the Pennsylvania native, the 72, it's Mike Augustine. Inside of him, the 34 from Mid-South Third Slingers, it's Bill Miller.
Going to row number 10, it will be Tony Hobbs driving the 33 and Ethan Toder in the 23 to the outside.
Starting 18th from Drew Hopkins Racing, it's Chase Hardy in the 49. Inside of him, the 30, it's Jacob McCoy.
Then we will take a look going there to the 16th and 15th place starters. Eric Skolf in the 50 driving for $1 Million Motorsports, and Jesse Hauk in the 181 for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers.
Jack Weaver in the 034 from Mid-South Dirt Slingers. He's starting 14th. Your B-main winner, the 92 Mid-South Dirt Slingers, Corey Austin, will start 13th.
Going to the top 6 rows, it'll be Brandon Weeks driving the 22 for Mid-South Dirt Slingers, and Brian Taft in the 83 to the inside.
10th, it's Trevor Mattingly in the 35. 9th, it'll be Blake Depinay in the 21 from Wolf Racing.
Then we go to row number 4, Stephen Moore driving the 73 to the outside, and Kyle Surratt driving the 18. Both of those drivers out of the state of Illinois.
Starting on the outside of row number 3, it is Braxton West in the 31. Jordan Gage, Mid-South Dirt Slingers entry, the 13. He starts 5th.
Taking a look, it'll be the 12 car of Alex Bergeron from Canada. To the outside of row number 2, to the inside, it's Dan Stifler driving the 077 from Team Dirt Warrior.
Your front row on the outside, the 36 from Whole Nother Level, it is Carl Kilgore. And on the pole, the Dirt Panda Racing 77, it is William Hargraves.
You see them there on your screen. They make their way off of turn number 4. They set them up. You've asked for the best. You've got them 4 abreast down the front straight away. Nothing finer than a 4 wide salute as they get ready to size them on up. 3, 4 wide. There we go. We'll get them all tuned up. We'll give you a couple laps. Pace truck coming back out says, boys, we'll help you out here. So we'll get them all there 4 abreast for you folks watching at home. Pick out your favorite. Like we said, utilize the old chat. Yeah, picks. Well, Alex, I'm going to let you you get the first pick. Yes. Ladies' choice here first. There for us, Alex.
Come on, man.
Who have you got tonight?
You know, Brett picked on me earlier when the Posse guy won it. I'm picking the Posse guy to win it. Dan Stifler's taking it home tonight.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go with. You know, I'm gonna take Bergeron. I think he can do. I think he can do it. First time in a street stock on World of Thunder. He's going for, you know, he could be, I think, the one of the few that could win all 4 features tonight, and I think he's going to start it tonight. I think he's going to start it right here with the street stocks. I got Bergeron out of Canada. So Wheeler takes one from the pole.
You know what, Jerry? You picked one of the best ones that you could, because Bergeron, coming off not only winning this season in the World of Outlaw World Championships in the 410s here at Volusia, but take it back to last season as well. He won the 410s here at Volusia. So not a bad pick for you, especially he might be the pick for all four, like you said, because this is a track that he's really comfortable with.
I will find out as they get ready to put these drivers back into two-wide formation. It will be 30 laps the distance. Working on in as we stay caution, I believe, one more time on around. Nope, caution car goes off. Now we are looking for 2 more laps under the caution, they tell me. 2 more laps. Get all excited. Once again, a big thanks to Miller Family Trucking for coming on board, being your title sponsor, your sponsor of the Dirt Street Stocks here on season number 12 of World of Thunder Esports League. Great to have them stepping on up. And I know we talked about it last night, but some pretty good prize money for our points champion at the end of season 12 in the not only the Street Stocks, but the big blocks, the 410s and the supers. So guys are racing for some good money on a Sunday night for a pay to win, and they're also racing for some great money at the end of the season.
Said Miller Family Trucking being one of the sponsors. Mimi's Making in Motion as well. Warrior Logistics, DirtFan.com, Grace Productions, the Worldwide iRacing League Association, Gage, Envision Custom Graphics, Mid-South Dirt Slingers, SRW, Rocket Racing Setups, Diggs, and then Gage Agronese Service. So that's all your sponsors for this season.
We get ready to go. Green flags out first of a Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, Sunday fun day feature. It'll be William Hargraves working at the top side. Here comes Carl Kilgore. Kilgore's going to come down to the bottom side. Watch him down the back straightaway. Stifler and Bergeron. Gage back there in the number 5 spot. They'll work him 2 wide back there behind your race leader. Look at this. You got him stacked up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 deep off a turn number 4, rows of 2 to lap number 1.
Kilgore, William Hargraves, they're side by side. You see Stifler, you see 4 wide there between, I think it was battle for 5th going on there, but look at the battle for the lead as here comes Bergeron, here comes Stifler. They're all coming after Carl Kilgore, William Hargraves. The top 2 cars that set quick time here was Hargraves and Kilgore sitting second quick. So those are the 2, as actually all 4 of them set the top 4 times. So that's your top 4 fast cars right now.
Hargraves, Kilgore, Bergeron, Stifler, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bergeron back into the number 4 spot. Down the back straightaway, the 21, which is still up there. William Hargraves, Kilgore right to the bottom. Look at this. They'll fan him out 3 wide for 3rd on back. They hurry and scurry down the front straightaway. This one has been, from the drop of the green, a fantastic street stock feature here on season opener World of Thunder. Down the back straightaway, that 21 of Kilgore, still your race leader. To the outside comes that 71 machine. Or the 77 of Hargraves. Hargraves back to the outside. These guys are deking it out. Finger, toe, a do-si-do. You'll work on down into turn number 1 and 2. Wow, what a feature you've got on your fans.
That battle for the lead continues. Kilgore gets a run out the bottom. He has him by the nose out of turn number 2. Hargraves going to go right to the back bumper of him there. Slide up, but Hargraves going to lose a run there out of the slick. Carl Kilgore going to hold that one. That was the most comfortable lap he's had so far. But here comes Hargraves right on the back bumper. There's Bergeron in 3rd. Dan Stifler in 4th. Then don't count out Stephen Moore there. So they're all trying to get into this top 4 mix here. But there's our first caution of the night.
Yellow flag out here in the A main as we get them woed on up. We'll take a look at an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay for what exactly happened. As deep in the field, we're at a Jacob McCoy here. Scoff got in the back of McCoy, and then, well, there was trouble that ensued. And Bill Miller nowhere to go in that 78 machine. So caution coming out as they sneak past the Mini Winnie down there in turn number 1 and 2. Scoff just got in there and got into the back of McCoy, nowhere to go. Then you got Miller involved. You got Redons in the 78. They also involved in that one. So that brings out the caution here with 10 laps. Or it should be 9 in the books of 35. Of course, the first 5 were under the caution, so 30 laps the complete distance. I thought I lost you, Alex. Did you run away?
No,
have you hidden?
My push to talk just wasn't working.
Ah.
But no, Carl Kilgore looks strong so far. But if you look at the lap times going on through the top 10, all of them aren't even separated. They're all separated by less than a second. So that just shows how quick and how evenly matched all these cars are tonight. Even as you saw it, even side by side throughout the whole field after the green flag. So we're not even 10 laps in, and this has already been a heck of a race.
Yes, 410 sprint cars coming up next, and apparently some loose cannon Aussie is joining season 12. We'll have to watch and see what happens as the so-called No Thunder from Down Under 56 car going to be in the starting grid. So we'll see what happens. Speaking of what happens, here's Alex Bergeron. He's like, hey, what's happening down here? I'm going to run the Crete down the back straightaway. Carl Kilgore is to the race lead. Bergeron looking for the number 2 spot. Alex Bergeron downstairs working off of there. Now we got troubles right behind him. We got him 3-4 stacked up. Still crashing off of turn number 4. Everybody's going to stay to the green flag, though. Now it looks like we'll probably see caution as we've got them all stacked up. Man, Alex, I thought that thing was going to stay to the green flag.
There was about 10 cars there that saved it, and then Jesse Houck, as we're going to watch here again. Jesse there's the contact. There's the contact in front, and then everyone's saving it.
So we take a look here as we see Stifler get in there. Stifler, it's kind of a chain reaction. The 73 makes contact with this. Stephen Moore makes contact with Stifler. Stifler makes contact with the 18. From there, the track plugs up tight and then opens up. And then from there, it's one hit after another. I mean, so the 116 machine, Chase Hardy came off of the wall and got into one of the multiple. Jesse Houck, that Mid-South Dirt Slinger car, and then Radance gives him a shot. And like I said, I thought that was going to keep going. I mean, there was more hits there than Journey had in the 80s in that wreck right there. But unfortunately, we'll see what happens. Couple guys going to get the wave around, hurry up and catch the back. Kilgore, Hargraves, Bergeron. Now we should see, I believe, Jordan Gage into the top 4. We'll see how this one wails on out as Race Control takes a looky look at him. Oh, that's right. Zach Newton's joining me because you, Alex Robinson, are going to be running the 410s this season, aren't you?
We don't talk about it.
Yes. Don't want to talk about it. Well, guess what? You know why? Because we're not. Because we're going to talk about street stocks as we get ready to go back to the green flag. It's going to be Kilgore with the drop of the green, bringing it back to the lead spot. Alex Bergeron back on the attack downstairs underneath William Hargraves, and Bergeron side by side as they motor on down into turn number 3 and 4 back to the caution. So we'll see what the cause of the caution is here on a quick replay. Ethan Toder. Ethan Toder got in there and, well, a little bit of chrome horning happening here in the old Street Stalkers. Yes, I thought I thought, sure that's not Gage Martinez driving that car? Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, Alex. I was looking at social media, and apparently there was a fire in the Rona stands at Weber Valley last night. Somebody's torpedo heater caught the Rona stands on fire, and they had to have a short delay, which is shorter than their regular delays at Weber Valley. So. Hello, are you? Yes, good. Yes, good chat, Alex. That was good. Good chat there. I think he's. I don't see. Maybe he had to run away. Maybe he's getting his 410 ready. Yes, yeah. Alex is getting it. Hang on. I got information from the BJ to Fall Ouija board. Yes. Alex Robinson is working on a 61st place finish in the 410s.
Jerry, you got to realize there's less than 64 cars. Come on now.
Hey, I don't know if you know this or not. I've watched you race. You'd finish 13th out of a 2-car C main. Speaking of that, green flag back on the racetrack. Down into turn number 1 as they hustle on in. It'll be Kilgore, Hargraves, Bergeron, and Moore, your top 4.
That's Carl Kilgore out in front right now. William Hargraves in second. Bergeron doing what Bergeron does best, running that bottom side around Volusia Speedway. We talked to a few drivers last night, and we had the conversation. Alex Bergeron around the bottom. He is one man that is just on a mission when he's on the bottom, but he went to the top side there in 1 and 2 as he's losing some ground on William Hargraves, Carl Kilgore. Those two starting to pull away, but here comes Bergeron back in the mix. You have Moore, Gage, Debonnet, Taft, Surratt, Stifler, Mattingly. That's your top 10, but there's still battles going on, especially the battle for the lead.
Down the back straightaway, it's still Kilgore, Hargraves, Bergeron, Moore, Gage, Debonnet. Now Surratt coming on in. Taft and Surratt back there working deeper in the field as you'll see him right back there for the number 4 spot. They're side by side, but meanwhile, Kilgore has got company. Here comes William Hargraves. Hargraves down on the inside. Down the back straightaway, they will rustle with him. Hargraves working in there in the 71. Down on the bottom, Kilgore to the outside.
Carl Kilgore holding on by a nose there at the line. Kilgore goes right through the slick, so does Hargraves, but Hargraves gets that little bit of moisture. Now Kilgore goes to the top, gets the run out of the top. He has about a half, not even a half, a car length actually, over Hargraves right now, but Hargraves goes right to the bottom. Don't count out. Here comes that number 12 machine of Alex Bergeron as the battle for the lead might turn into 3 cars here in the next 5 laps.
I tell you what, nobody has got more laps than Alex Bergeron on iRacing, I believe, and he knows he's going to sit back there. He's going to let that car come to him, and he's going to start picking them off. He knows you can't win it right at the beginning. You got to be great at the late, and that's what he's trying to do. As Bergeron is now comfortably moved on into the number 2 spot, putting Hargraves back to 3rd.
Drawn up to 2nd place right now, but Hargraves will not give an inch in. But there goes Alex gaining about a half second on the leader of Carl Kilgore right now. Kilgore looks comfortable, but Bergeron just running that bottom side. And again, just what he does best. That bottom side is Alex Bergeron's place to be. And there goes Kilgore now to the bottom.
Kilgore back there working out the lane off the top as Kilgore still your leader. Bergeron working on into the number 2 spot. Can he make something happen? Off of turn number 4 this time. Laps winding down. Bergeron starting to size him on up.
Bergeron trying to come after him there, but here comes Hargraves trying to sneak his nose to the inside of Bergeron. Not going to get him there through 1 and 2. Bergeron gets a good run. Going to get another half second off of Hargraves right now. But you see Bill Miller, Mike Augustine up 8 spots into 13th and 14th. So those two trying to make some moves. Miller, who we saw earlier, get in some contact in the feature event here. He's moving up through that field again. But the battle up front, here comes Alex Bergeron gaining on that leader of Carl Kilgore.
They'll work him on down the back straightaway. Now into turn number 3 and 4. Alex Bergeron chasing him down. Now back to the rear deck lid comes William Hargraves. Hargraves, once again, you see the top 3 have stretched their legs and working away from 4th on back. As that 73 of Stephen Moore still not out of this one as he sits 2 cars back. And now Alex Bergeron's got to run off the bottom. Bergeron looking to the inside of that 21 of Carl Kilgore. Kilgore, you see him. He overdrove it. He slides that machine to the top. He'll rip the lip. Down the front straightaway they go. Watch this. Bergeron now knows where the weakness is. He is sizing him up. He knows that all he has to do is rattle the cage or drive that 12 car harder than the 21. You saw him do it last time. Now he'll lay it back. He's going to wait for that perfect chance to pounce like a Cheshire cat on your race leader. That, of course, Carl Kilgore.
Carl Kilgore, as I keep watching the lap times here, Carl Kilgore there for the first time in the past 5 laps has put a faster time down than Alex Bergeron. But Bergeron, in those past 5 laps, he has been quicker than Carl Kilgore's time, especially with the mistakes that Kilgore has made. Bergeron is trying to capitalize on one of those advantages. William Hargraves also running quick times here, so those two might be coming after Carl Kilgore as you see Bergeron getting right to the backside of Kilgore there, as these are going to be some entertaining 10 laps as Bergeron tries to sneak to the outside.
The Drummondville, Quebec, Canada racer works it down to the inside. There you saw it. I told you he'll loosen him up. He did it. He rattled him that time down into turn 3. Overdrove it, kind of go-karted him down into turn 3. That's loosened up and brought the 21 of Kilgore up off the line that he likes. Now, speaking of the line that he likes, Bergeron is down there. I tell you what, he is low and slow, and that's what you got to be. Let that car roll off the bottom like it does, and now this time it will be Kilgore putting together another perfect lap. Puts Bergeron back on in, and now Bergeron back on the defense or back on the offense, as right now Kilgore is playing huge defense in that 21 car.
As you saw there in your screen, lap traffic might become an issue as there's the 31 of Braxton West. He is right there in the way, so there might be some lap traffic coming here in these green flag laps. It's going to come down to who can maneuver through these lap cars the best. Alex Bergeron has the veteran experience here, but Carl Kilgore running that top side right now. He's putting down some quick times.
Kilgore right now running like a scalded dog, knowing he's got himself a multi-time champion. Not only indoors but outdoors, or not only on iRacing but in real life, working back there. You know you've got to be quick and you've got to be clean down the back straightaway, and you've got to hit your marks every time. Kilgore back there to the outside. He will work up there just in the first. Down on the bottom through the slicks, it's Alex Bergeron. Bergeron once again with 5 laps to go. Knows time is running out, but he also knows there's a pick sitting right ahead of him. That is that 21, the lap car of West. Braxton West right there, one ahead. Watch this, as now it's going to be lap traffic. Could it play a factor? No, it's not, as West will get up out of the way, and we've got 4 to go. Bergeron still digging. Off of 2 down the back straightaway, still Kilgore. Bergeron 1 and 2. Now Bergeron coming up and taking a look at the cushion off of turn number 2. Is there maybe something there that he will find and like? Down into turn number 3 and 4, it's still Kilgore. Bergeron. Now Bergeron, we got a little tight up there on the cushion. He's come up off the bottom. He knows he's either got to win it or wear it. Down into turn number 1 and 2, it's still Kilgore, Bergeron, Hargraves, Moore, Gage. Your top 5 down the back straightaway.
We got me.
Oh, they'll work on in this time into turn number 3 and 4. Kilgore looking. Can he hold off iRacing world champion, multi-time world champion Alex Bergeron here in a nail-biter of a season opener for the Miller Family Trucking World of Thunder Esports League season opener here on season 12. They'll work him down into turn number 3 and 4. Kilgore, Bergeron. This time, we'll be looking at the white flag and 1 to go.
Carl Kilgore out in front. Bergeron trying to go to the bottom side. Kilgore looking strong still around that top side. Carl Kilgore going to hold on to the top. Alex Bergeron has one more time to make a move. Kilgore going to block the slider attempt from Bergeron. And the 36, Carl Kilgore going to take home week number 1 here at Volusia for the Street Stocks. Bergeron in second. William Hargraves comes home in third.
Oh man, what an exciting street stock feature here for Miller Family Trucking. Season 12 opener on World of Thunder Esports League, and right here on Ultimate Dirt TV as Kilgore, Bergeron, and Hargraves all going to the podium. They're going to make their way down into victory lane. We're going to chat with them. But before we do that, we're going to kick on out, pay a couple bills. We'll be right back here with your podium finishers on Ultimate Dirt TV. Well, welcome back. What an exciting Miller Family Trucking season opener here in the Dirt Street Stocks at Volusia, and finding one of our podium finishers, Carl Kilgore. Carl, man, you held off a multiple-time iRacing world champion like you had no fear at all. What a feature.
Oh, yeah, man, that's a great way to pick up his first race of the season.
We talked about it. We knew it was going to be tough, coming into this deal. But like we said, you're on a rail in this thing. Walk us through those last couple laps with that nail biter of a finish.
Yeah, I think about 15, 20 to go, something like that. I got into the inside wall going into one, and Will got under me. And that it helped me find that line I finished the race on, which was that slider line through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 also. So when Bergeron got to me, it was just he got under me that one time going into 3, and I was like, the hell with it, I got to go back to what was working.
There you go. So speaking of what was working, you got a lot of sponsors working hard to put their names on that car. Who you want to thank for the trip to Victory Lane here tonight?
Oh, yeah, we got to shout out the team first, Extreme Savage. We've been getting it done lately for them, and also got to shout out Lizard Lit Pit Lights. They do a lot for us. ML Performance, SRI, iRace iWraps, Small Change Designs. Got this slick wrap on this race car. Renegade Fuel. Man, all these guys help us get it done, and we couldn't do it without them.
All right. Well, we'll let you kick on out of here, do some celebrating. Congratulations, Carl Kilgore, in tonight's feature win. And taking a look, runner-up tonight in Street Stocks, Alex Bergeron. Alex, what a race.
Yeah, man, we definitely did good. Car was fast, definitely, especially with this being open set up. We did a bit of work last night, and that was not too bad. I mean, we definitely was fast, just didn't have the chance to pass him, and I didn't want to be dirty out there, so I don't like to drive like that. So I just took second, and good for the points.
We kind of watched it a little bit, and I kind of alluded to, a couple times you got, kind of go-karted him, got him down there into turn 3 just to see how far you could kind of let your car drive further in, and kind of, as I would say, toying with him a little bit. But, man, you tried everything. You went to the top, you went to the bottom, and what's your thought on this street stock? I mean, it's like I alluded to earlier, being a sprint car guy, I mean, driving a taxi cab, but you took a liking to it pretty quick.
Yeah, obviously, this is completely different in sprint cars, and any other their cars. So just it takes a bit of time to get used to it, but once you get in the mix and just get going and like qualifying, we did a good job in qualifying, and I did a good line, and at least not too far off. I thought it was going to be a lot further off than that, but it seemed like it was a good lap. And in practice, we were 2 tenths off, and I was just wondering myself, what I was doing wrong. So qualifying we did pretty good in the race. We tried different lines, like you said, and the line changed up to slider line on both corners. I think 6 or 7 laps to go, so that kind of didn't help me how to help to pass him. So just did the best we could, and P2 here tonight is pretty good.
All right, Alex, we'll let you kick out. Looking forward to seeing you in the next 3 shows and seeing what you can do here with us in season 12. Because I got a feeling there's going to be a 4-peat one of these weeks. I got faith. You got 4 coming in one night.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to do 30 races here tonight. It's been a while since I ran Wolf Thunder Esports League, so really I think it's going to be a nice experience, and I think we're definitely going to be doing good in the sprint cars. Not too sure about the other 2. We haven't been in a late model or a modified in a while now, so and it's a bit harder for setuping as well. It's a lot harder to set up than anything else, so we'll see what we can do, but hopefully we can be up front.
All right, well, let's kick out and get ready. Alex Bergeron, runner-up here tonight in season opener, and you got a lot of great sponsors, Alex, to help you out. Who you want to thank on those?
Yeah, obviously, everybody at Team ABR Sports, the whole team, Jason, Rebecca, and also Brandon for helping me out, and all of our partners, CSI Shocks, Biologic Guy, BK Designs, Wiring Farm Equipments, Stucco, and ABR Setup Shop, and everybody else that support us, and you guys for doing an awesome job, and broadcasting with Brett, and Ultimate Dirt TV, and Wolf Thunder Esports League with Steven, and everybody that makes this happen. It's awesome to be here tonight, and I can't wait for the next 3 races.
All right, Alex, awesome to have you racing with us this season. Alex Bergeron, the Quebec Canada racer, making his way to a second-place finish. And, man, thought he was going to be there. It was Brett Wheeler's pick, the old Dirt Panda, the 71 of William Hargraves. William, you just third, leaving out of night 1, third. That's with the caliber of guys that ran ahead of you. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, we'll take it for sure. Volusia is a track that's really rough for me. It's either you nail it right on or you don't. And guys like Alex Bergeron and Carl. I mean, I don't race with Alex a lot, but definitely I don't think there's a lot of people that don't know who he is. But Carl, man, Carl's fast here too. He's a tough cat to beat at Volusia for sure. He wins a lot of races here.
Exactly. So walk us through some sponsors, help you get you to that 3rd-place finish tonight.
Well, I'd like to give you guys a big shout out for this broadcast, and a big thanks to Bill Miller and Jordan Gage and everybody that put this league together for us to come out and have some fun on a Sunday afternoon and race with some of the best. And my Dirt Panda teammates, Wild Bill's Race Designs, Triple H Billers, and Melm Electric, and Viv's Liquor.
There you always got to have a good liquor sponsor, don't you?
Oh, yeah, yep. Viv's Liquor, they take care of us Dirt Pandas for sure.
All right. Where's home at for you, William?
We're from Cameron, Wisconsin.
I was picking the accent up a little bit. I figured I figured you was a cheesehead.
Yep, we are. We're a cheesehead up here in the north.
There you go. There you go. Well, go Pack, go. Hopefully they can take them to the Super Bowl again and put the green and yellow back on top, and we'll get Lambeau opened. And I know I've spent a couple frozen Sundays at Lambeau. It's always fun to get up there, and hopefully we can get up there and have some fun. So great run here tonight, 3rd place, and we'll see you back next Sunday.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, guys.
You're welcome. All right, so there is your top 3 podium finishers in what was a great kickoff to Season 12 in the World of Thunder Esports League, Miller Family Trucking, Dirt Street Stocks, and wow, what a feature. What a race from qualifying to end, Alex. It was what a way to kick off Season 12 for the whole Sunday, the whole Sunday Super Fun Day.
Well, it was a great race. It just shows that this is going to be a great season. A lot of hot, like we said last night. Again, first field, Carl Kilgore coming in here and basically picking up an upset against Alex Bergeron night. So will that be the first of many upsets tonight? Possibly, but I guarantee it'll be the first of many upsets this season.
So a lot of season coming, a lot of racing coming on. So we do thank and appreciate each and every one of you for joining us for season opener of the Miller Family Trucking World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stocks here from Volusia. We'll come back next with 410 sprint cars here on Ultimate Dirt TV. So it's been our pleasure on behalf of the entire staff here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Alex Robinson, Brett Wheeler back in the truck, and myself, Jerry Van Sickle. It's been our pleasure. So until we meet again, have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless. And good night, everybody.